Ciao guys, ciao Melbourne. Welcome back in courtyard of Cosi bar restaurant in South Yarra today for the episode number, can't remember, maybe something like 10 or 12, I can't really remember now. It's been a few, and thank you for watching by the way. Today, tagliata alla Fiorentina. So what we have here is what we call costata, which is beef ribeye. We have a beautiful one, 450 grams coming from Gibson, so just a couple of hours that way. All right, so what we need today, we need a very hot grill. It's been heating up now from about 10 minutes, so we want that nice and hot. And beautiful quality beef ribeye, as we said. And then we have for the garnish some rocket, shaved parmesan, some beautifully in season cherry tomatoes, and lemon. Obviously, a good extra virgin olive oil and some black pepper. Now, let's start it. We don't want to do too much to it. We only want to put some salt. There are different schools. I know already what you're gonna say. Don't put salt before, put it later, whatever. That's the way I like it. Salt on both sides. Then just a little bit of olive oil on a plate and a good rub on both sides. You don't want to put too much, just enough to sizzle over the grill. There you go. That is the best sound ever. Now there is not much to do at this stage. We only need to wait until the cooking process is done. So what we want to achieve today is a rare to medium rare, like we used to do in Tuscany, Florence, exactly. You want to crisscross twice per each side, and then you want to rest the meat before carving it. There are different schools on cooking meat. My personal tips are these. So you don't want to move it too frequently. You want to leave it on the grill and make the nice crust on every single side. That browning on the meat is called Maillard reaction, and that is the actual protein of the meat that reacts over high heat and caramelizes, and that is flavor, absolutely flavor. So you want to make sure that you have both sides nicely browned, not burnt, browned. And at this stage, while the cooking process takes place, we want to start the garnish. Salad is simple as some rocket, some cherry tomatoes, some shaved parmesan, grana or parmigiano. Just want to put a pinch of salt in there. Don't go too crazy. A drizzle of olive oil. Sit on the side. This is ready to go. For the lemon, you can simply cut it in wedges, or if you want to get a bit fancy, like we used to do back in the 80s, let's do a star. That's it. It's time now to flip it. Extra bit of salt. I don't like to put any black pepper while cooking. I think it toasted burns and it gets too sharp as a flavor. I actually use fresh grinded black pepper just as a seasoning on top while the cook is done. It's just a matter of waiting now. We will be back in roughly 8-9 minutes. All right, let's talk about temperatures and cooking. Now, whenever you say I want my meat rare, I like mine medium rare, you actually, what you're saying you are telling us what's the temperature that would you like the core of your piece of steak cooked to. So just to give you an idea, when you want your rare meat, you want to reach the core 50 degrees. 55 is a medium rare, 60 is a medium, 65 is a medium to well, and 70 plus is well done. We also say well F in a kitchen, but don't let me say that. Now, today we want to have something that is around the rare, medium rare, as I like it, and pretty much as every single person from Florence will love. And another very important tip as cooking is the actual resting of your steak. What I normally do, I rest my steaks in a piece of foil. So what the foil does, traps the heat inside, give time to rest, collect the juices, and don't let it get cold too quickly, too soon. Straight on your foil parchment. You don't need to go crazy on wrapping it and closing it. Just sitting on the side and give it a good 2 to 3 minutes. So what happened now, because of the high heat, all the liquid inside of your steak are actually going towards the sides. If you carve it now, it's gonna squirt all the juices out, and you're gonna end up with a tough piece of meat. So what you wanna do now, you just wanna give it a good 2 to 3 minutes, let those juices come back inside the meat, let it rest, and it will be just amazing. So our plate is ready, our salad is ready, our lemon for garnish is ready. Now it's just a matter of waiting this couple of minutes, and I can tell you where this recipe has originated. So there are different stories. Obviously we are talking about Tuscany, and one of the stories is actually a dish, quite modern dish. Apparently has been invented in Pisa, created in Pisa around the 70s, and was just reinventing an old dish from the buttery of Arezzo, Maremma region, which they were accustomed to cook very large pieces over charcoal and then slice it and serve with some salad. So very simple, but obviously the quality makes the difference in this dish. All right, so the 2 minutes are gone. You want to have a very sharp knife, a clean board, and your meat, obviously, ready to go. As you can see, you have those juices in there which have been trapped, and we're gonna pour them over our piece of meat once we're done. You slice first the side on the bone, and then you don't want to cut in angle. You actually want to go straight over your piece of meat. You don't want to cut against the grain, otherwise your meat will feel tough in your mouth. Tip number 3 actually. Now, just go straight, around 1 centimeter slice, more or less. There is not an exact rule for it. This is what I do anyway. All right. You want to transfer the meat on your plate. Obviously in our restaurant we actually have warm plates. You want to show the cut. So also the extra seasoning that we're gonna actually put will season the entire slice. The bone goes in there. And now it's time for our salad slash garnish. Quick mix. As you've seen, I've just used a drizzle of very good olive oil and salt, nothing else in there. If you want to, you can use some vinaigrette. Careful with the seasoning, because Parmesan obviously can be sharp. Look, even the sun comes out. And the lemon. So what we have here is our tagliata Fiorentina style. Thank you for watching. Buon appetito.